Hey everyone, this is Kurisu, and today I have my Saturday morning Q&A stream. So welcome to everyone who's here. Yeah, I'll be doing things a little bit differently today, in the sense that I will be letting the chat choose what we'll be doing aside from Q&A. So that could either be artwork or a game from just a handful of games we can consider. So I could continue playing Cuphead, start Bioshock remastered, the original game remastered. We could continue Portal 2, or like I said, I could work on some art as well. It's up to everyone else who wants to decide on that. So like I was mentioning, we don't have anybody here yet that I see. But our choices will be between a handful of games. I'll go ahead and put those in chat real fast. Alright, so I put that in chat just to make things a little bit easier for anyone who's joining us. Also, for anybody who is interested in Xenmi, the streamer I mentioned, this is a link to his channel. I'd appreciate if you'd consider watching him. Hey, welcome to chat, Dark. How are you? I'm doing alright. Yeah, you're welcome. Also, for anyone who's curious, um, that was 1 second. Just in case anyone was curious, Dark was saying thank you for this, um, which is a character of his that's new. She's probably one of my favorite characters that he has, but I decided to draw her. Thank you. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do we want to do art today, or do we want to play a game for a bit? We also have some Q&A in the mix if anyone has any questions. What's that? That one is a little bit tricky. Because I wouldn't say that there are any that I inherently dislike. Yeah, it was a bit tricky. Plus, like, I'm not familiar with all of them, so it's hard to really say. Yeah, Q&A is hard sometimes. Like, not just answering the questions, but coming up with things to ask. It's tricky on both sides. Yeah, I can understand that. You haven't slept, so it makes sense. Hey, welcome to chat, Zach. How are you? Right. I understand completely. It is so hard to go to bed at a reasonable time. Because it's like, if I just stay up, I can get this one more thing done, or like I can do this or that. And then it just ends up turning into, oh, I didn't sleep today. Time to go to work. Those are the days that are the hardest, though. Because you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, I am so tired. But then you leave and come home and you're like, I still don't feel like sleeping. But at that point, you're exhausted, so you have to. I mean, you should anyway. Welcome to chat. Um, Unfortunately, I am not familiar with what you're saying. I'm sorry. You know, a lot of times I don't think it's the body saying no. Like, I think it's more the mind, just because it's like, sleep is such a waste of time, even though, technically it isn't, but it just seems like it. I have no idea. It's tricky sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that, Dark. I'm doing alright, Zach. How are you? So, for everyone. Oh, yeah? What's your question, Dark? I think I probably would have considered putting her in maybe like a tank top and shorts or something. I don't know. I think an orange tank top would suit her, just like based on her color palette. Because it would contrast well with her hair, but I'm not really sure. No, you're fine. But like I was saying, I am leaving it up to chat today what we do besides Q&A. So if you guys want to see art, I'll continue working on my emotes for Xenmi. If we want to play a game, it would be one of the ones that I listed previously in chat, which would have been either Cuphead, Bioshock Remastered, or Portal 2. Um, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Also, for anyone who hasn't, here is a link. My phone disconnected me from chat. There we go. For anyone who hasn't, here is a link to Dark's channel if you'd like to follow him. Thanks, Zach. I really appreciate that. Alright, what does everybody else think? Do we want to do games or art? So I don't know if that's 2 votes for art or if that's a vote and a half. Yeah, I understand. Um, I agree. They're a lot more exciting than the default Twitch emotes. Because honestly, I don't even know what half of those are. Is that a turkey? Oh my gosh. That's great. Was that. Is that Bob Ross? Oh my gosh. That's great. What was bizarre? The turkey or Bob Ross? Oh my gosh. Is that a taco cat? That's great. We could almost just have a stream with like random emojis in chat. Oh my gosh. There's always my fight emoji. That's fun. I don't use that one very often. Oh my gosh. Ah, that's a fish. That's great. The fight emoji. I think Xenmi's favorite is this one. That. Good. Yeah, I have no idea. Every day's an adventure, right? Yeah, it might be a bit OP. I might have to get rid of that. It's funny though, because the wings are. Because the wings are actually just the default wings that Twitch has in their emotes. I guess maybe a little. Right. So it sounds like we want to do art. So give me just 1 second while I switch my setup real quick. All right, now we're back. Um, yeah, file open. So, for the most part, as far as this goes, I'm kind of just converting some of my emotes into emotes for Xenmi. Just because it seems like a fun idea, I guess. Are you throwing tables over there? Oh my gosh, Zach. Something on the wrong layer. That's fun. That's weird. That's always fun, finding out that we have a random line somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh. That is because I have all my color here for all the things that I was trying to find out whether there was stuff there or not. We want to take all of our color out. Alright, that's a little better. Maybe. It's debatable, I guess. Yeah, give me one moment. I can grab that real quick. Speaking of art and commissions, I am actually reopening my commissions on Tuesday, so that's exciting. One moment, and I'll actually just link to that post, which is on my art page. That's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. Alright, so for anybody who is interested in either my art page or my commissions, that's a link to my most recent update on my commissions. And like I was saying, that'll be reopening on Tuesday. The first thing I'm gonna do is erase all of my stuff that makes Kurisu Kurisu. because for all intents and purposes, it's not going to be Kurisu anymore. It's going to be Xenmi. Sorry about that. Oh no, I had my transparency on. I'm just gonna undo because that's easier than figuring out what I did. Oh, what's everyone up to today? Do you guys have any other questions? Hey, welcome to Chat Sniper. How are you? Well, good morning. I don't know if they got too much sleep. If I remember right, your stream ended around 5 Eastern time. And it's only about 8 or 9, like almost 9 now. Yeah, I understand completely. Sleep is so much harder than it needs to be. get in that habit. Because I figure if I'm going to, like, need anything like that to stay awake, I don't want it to not have the effect it needs to. Yeah, it's always funny though, because people always ask me, like, what alternatives I'm on to caffeine, and the answer is nothing, but I always just tell them life because I think that's hilarious because I just have this really crappy sense of humor. See you later, Moogle. Thanks for stopping by. They are for Xenmi. You may or may not have seen him in chat, I don't know. But he is one of the streamers that I try to share regularly on my channel. He's not super active as of yet. But I'm trying to just get him set up for if and when he reaches affiliate. He also happens to be my significant other, so there's that as well. Yeah, I'll zoom out a little bit. So this is one of the emojis that's actually colored. But one moment, I can get a picture of another. Alright, so that is a picture of me and Xenmi. A lot of people have asked if he's a dragon, and technically the answer is no. The dragon is just sort of a physical form that is recognizable as something, but he's more or less a shapeless cosmic entity. So he can take on any form essentially. Um, but he is a huge fan of tentacles, so that's why this particular picture includes them, as well as, yeah, more or less. Which is also why you'll notice here we have tentacles instead of hands. Um, just because, like I said, he just really enjoys tentacles. Yeah, more or less a shapeshifter. Yeah. Um, a lot of times people don't ask, so they don't get answers. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the vehicle that just drove by my house was incredibly loud for no reason. Yeah, but only 10. Anything beyond that is ridiculous. Also, it does not seem like we have any participants yet for our clip contest. So we'll probably end up postponing that for a week. Um, but I'm having a contest right now to see who can make the most entertaining clip on my channel. And the winner, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, I guess. Um, sorry about that. But the winner will be selected to receive a $20 Steam gift card. All you have to do to be considered is to make a clip on my channel during one of my streams, and then the group on Facebook will vote and decide which one they think is the most entertaining. So, depending on whether you are on PC or mobile, on PC, if you hover over where the stream is showing video, down in the bottom right hand corner, it's the symbol next to the settings. And then It's the same symbol on mobile, but if you tap the video up in the top right of the screen next to the settings, it's right there. Yeah. Congratulations, Dark. No, as of currently, I don't have any bots on my channel. It's something I might look into later. But right now I just haven't, like, really worked with any of that. So, do you guys have any other questions? This is technically a Q&A stream, so you're welcome to ask whatever you'd like within reason. I've thought about offering emoji commissions, but as of currently, I don't really have a pricing scale for them. Because I really don't know, like, because I know usually, like, because it would probably end up being, like, I'd think I'd probably charge close to what I do for, like, my headshot commissions, but that sucks for the emojis because you can't really see the detail as much. So it's a bit of a toss-up. But it is something that I'm planning on offering. I just need to work out pricing. Because I also don't know whether it's something that I would sell, like, individually or as a set. So if I were to go with, like, my regular commission pricing, one sec. Because like if I were to go with like my regular flat color headshot pricing, it'd be $50 a piece. But like I really don't know. Because like I could see charging that for like something if I had to start like from scratch with it. But like something like the ones I'm working on right now, I'd probably be able to charge a little bit less since there's already a little bit of a base to work with. But yeah, like I said, I'll have to work it out because I really don't know yet. But I do plan on offering emoji commissions eventually. So, oh, yeah, I can read upside down. I can also read backwards and inside out if I need to, but preferably the text and not me. Because I guess that might have been a little gruesome. You can do what you want. It's your browser history. Oh my gosh. I didn't necessarily even mean, like, because of the watch list. Just, in case you have friends over who don't respect privacy. I don't know. To my knowledge, nobody uses my computer besides me, so that said, there's not really anything there. Mostly just seeing, like, if, certain movies and games, etc., have been released. I don't know. Like, either that or, like, I've been struggling so hard recently to find a new anime to watch because almost every series that I'm watching right now is either like on break or it's complete and there aren't going to be any more episodes for now and I don't know what to do with my life. Um yeah, food is a good thing um to Google. Nope. That is actually not something I am particularly interested in. Yeah, I agree. I was surprised by that one because usually the series that everyone hypes up are not as good as people say they are. But I would actually recommend that one. And I think that's a big deal because usually I don't recommend anything. Like, at least not in that particular genre. You know, I actually haven't watched Attack on Titan. Um, I don't know. People just made it out to be more amazing than I could imagine it being. Might look into it. Maybe. Yeah, I agree. That time I got reincarnated as a slime is pretty great. It's one of those series that I'm like, I'm just trying to fill the time right now. Um, but it's actually surprisingly well put together despite its title. Um, Naruto is another one that I've never watched. Like, I started trying to watch, like, the first season, like, the original Naruto, and I just couldn't get into it. The main character is just too annoying for me, I guess. I've not seen that one. I've not even heard of that one, unfortunately. What's it about, Zach? Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. It's interesting because I've heard of all of those, but those are series that I haven't watched, or at least haven't watched all the way through. Yeah, Trigun is great. That's probably one of my favorite horror series. Yeah, you're welcome, Dark. I'm glad you liked it. Have a good night, or a good sleep, whichever. In terms of anime, I usually watch things like sci-fi and fantasy mostly. Yeah, I've watched Sword Art Online. It's alright. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best series I've seen, but it's not bad. Alright. No, I haven't seen that one, Sniper. I might look into it, though. It sounds interesting. And yeah, I haven't watched The Promised Neverland. And this is gonna sound horrible, but it's because I don't like the art style. But I've heard it's good, so I might take the time to watch it. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that one too, so I might look into that. Yeah, I might take the time to watch it then. I figured out what was missing from the last one. I go back to that real quick. I thought he seemed a little bit plain. He was missing his, I don't know if I would consider them horns or not on his forehead. Yeah, because like I knew something was off, but it didn't click, I guess. That's interesting. Was that a typo, Zach? Yes, I have seen Full Metal Alchemist, both the original anime and Brotherhood, and I actually enjoyed both. Um, because like a lot of people say that Brotherhood follows the manga more closely, but like I think both versions of the series have their merits. Oh no, that was the wrong layer. At least I figured it out quick. So, do you guys have any other questions for Q&A? That's a tricky one. Not sure. Because, like, I really enjoy pasta, but for the most part, it all tastes the same. It's just different shapes. Um, I don't know if you consider egg noodles a pasta or not. Um, so I'll say, I guess my favorite is probably fettuccine because it's like regular noodles but longer. So you don't have to take as many bites, I guess. I'm not really a fan of cheeses or sauce, so I guess that's probably part of the reason why I don't care as much about the shape of the pasta. Um, that said, I do like to occasionally cook them in flavors. So like an example, I might cook pasta in like beef or chicken bouillon, something like that, just to keep things interesting. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of any sort of cheese or sauce or dressing, anything like that. I don't know if it's a flavor or a texture thing, but I've just never really been a fan. But I am all about seasonings, though. I think my biggest thing with sauces is that, like, usually it just conflicts too much with the main flavor of whatever I'm eating. And if I'm eating something, I want to taste the flavor of the thing that I'm eating and not just a bunch of sauce, if that makes sense. Hey, welcome back, Sniper. My favorite video game is a really tricky one because, like, I don't know. I've played so many that it's really hard to choose. Like, if it was based on, like, the game that I've put the most time into, probably Pokemon. Um, but as far as, like, story and plot and everything, I don't know. Like, I might say Portal. Like, Portal 2 is one of my favorites. Um, I also really enjoy a lot of the games that I've streamed. So, like, Spyro the Dragon, Sonic the Hedgehog, Rayman. All of those are some of my favorites as well. Yeah, I agree completely. And as far as Portal and Portal 2 go, for anybody thinking about playing them, um, even though Portal doesn't necessarily, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't necessarily feel like a completely finished game nowadays. I would still totally recommend playing it before Portal 2, just because it gives you a lot of the backstory that you wouldn't get otherwise. Yeah, kind of. Um, and it's funny because most of the platformer games I've played, like if they have multiple playable characters you can choose from, most of them, like the main character isn't my favorite. So, like Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the first games that I played. Um, but I've always preferred playing as Tails or Knuckles if given the opportunity. Alright. I think that's it for today. Do you guys have any last questions you want to ask? Yeah, definitely. Because the only downside with Tails versus Sonic is that I think Sonic's default jump is higher, but Sonic can't fly, so there's definitely an overall advantage. He also can't swim in water, so I would say overall Tails is better. Do we have any clips? So it looks like we do have one clip. See you later, Sniper. Um, but I think I want more than one to choose from for our contest. Um, thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I'll be back on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time if anyone wants to stop by. I don't know yet whether that'll be art or games. But we'll see how things play out. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day.